Vikings signing wide receiver Daylen Baldwin. All right, welcome back to the Onebar and Lupagus show. I'm Onebar with Lupagus, and pop that bubbly because Daylen Baldwin is your newest Minnesota Viking. We have signed the wide receiver who was undrafted out of the 2021 draft, 2022.
Yeah, we all wanted him, and now he's home. Daylen Baldwin is a Minnesota Viking, and if you want to feel like you're home, hit that subscribe button right now.
Do it. Boom. It was 2022 undrafted. So we're gonna get to know him. Yesterday we made some moves. We got to get rid of a couple wide receivers. Dan Chesina, if you want to call him a wide receiver, Gonzo, Tristan Jackson, Gonzo. So they said, let's go get Daylen. He's here. Welcome.
Let's get Daylen. Yeah. Welcome, Daylen. He's a native of Southfield, Michigan. Played first two seasons of college ball at Morgan State. He then transferred to Jackson State, and then he finished up at Michigan, being part of the Wolverines. He's caught 2 passes in his career for 25 yards. But those caught passes came in a Browns victory over the Ravens.
Browns victory. Well done. That had a lot to do with Daylen. He's a big guy, 6'2", 220 pounds, big body. I mean, reading his draft profiles, because we haven't really seen much of him, doesn't really seem he does anything overly fantastic. It's that big body that kind of attracts some teams. Even a lot of draft profiles, you don't see this very often. I saw 2 that stated, I can't see a team spending a draft pick on him.
And they were right, because the team did not do that. I get the big body attraction. I attract a lot of women with my big body.
Yep, I've seen it. I've seen it firsthand. Yeah, I mean, the biggest thing out of this, not so much the news that we signed him, but that maybe this means we're not bringing Tristan Jackson back. I mean, it seems like Tristan Jackson's the guy that we continue to release, bring back, practice squad, elevate. We're toying with him, and maybe this is the end. We probably could have brought Jackson back.
Yeah, he was the snip, snap Michael Scott guy this year. And yeah, maybe he's just finally snapped and snipped off this roster for good. Daylen Baldwin, the way the Vikings have been pulling guys up, wouldn't shock me if you actually see him on the active roster in a couple weeks.
Well, and hats off to Mr. Baldwin. He goes undrafted. Nobody's expecting him to get drafted. He sticks on with the Browns, who he was there with Dobbs. A couple of Vikings personnel were there too, so they know what they're getting here. And he ended up getting 2 catches. He made it till the last cuts this year. The Browns said, we've had enough of you. Goodbye. We wish you well. And he's been a free agent ever since.
Yeah, well, he's here now. He's part of us. He is going to don the beautiful shade of purple. And yeah, maybe we'll get something of him. Maybe he's just going to be a practice squad body. Whatever the case, let's welcome Daylen Baldwin to the family right before Thanksgiving.
Yeah, and the bottom of this wide receiver depth chart with the Vikings and Keel Harry, stuff like that, anything's possible. We might see him out there. So let us know if you know anything about Mr. Baldwin. Throw it down in the comments.
Yeah, give us a fact about him. And also remember this fact. In 2002, a 19-year-old British garbage man won 10 million pounds, which is about 15 million on the lottery. He spent it all on drugs, gambling, and hookers. And 8 years later, he was back working as a garbage man again.
It's probably one of